Chetty, Bobby, bitch. Shitty Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old Penny. Or white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. I keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit, ain't no biggie. Shitty Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old Penny. Or white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. Keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit, ain't no biggie. Y'all ain't nothing but some studio bitches, easy to fry like some food in the kitchen. Most of my homies was living in the gangster's paradise way before Coolio did it. I mean it, bitch, I'm the meanest. Give me a beat and don't leave it in pieces. Hey, mean it, bitch, I'm the cleanest. They all be waiting for me like it's pizza day. Send me the bread and I'm on it. Come on, I am not scared of opponents. Come take an L if you wanna. It's gonna feel like an elephant, don't you? Killing an instrumental when it's beneficial to the pockets, baby. Ain't no need in getting sentimental. Y'all got to go. It's overpopulated. I'm back, just like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. I'm back like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. Little bitch, Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old Penny. Or white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. I keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit, ain't no biggie. Yeah, show improving, it's been that way since 05, you bitch. I was out here making banging records while most of y'all was on your mama's tip. Some of y'all ain't got a pot to piss, so I am not convinced that you a threat to me. We are on two different levels with a flight of stairs, you couldn't step to me. Every beat that gets sent to me, may the Lord bless it, let it rest in peace. I've been at it 5-star chef, and baby, they can't get the recipe. Testing me and I stay ready, this work light, but the pay's heavy. All of y'all in the ghost presence, he's overweight and he's gray-headed. I'm back, just like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. I'm back like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. Look, bitch, Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old Penny. Or white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. I keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit, ain't no biggie.
What it is, what it was, what it will be. What up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a great Tuesday. Man, last night on the rundown, boy, oh boy, oh boy, it was popping. It was crazy. Hope everybody can hear me. Hold on, let me make sure my mic's working.
Last night,
yep, it's working. It's working. So before we get started, let's see who all was up in this his out tonight. Oh snap! There goes the neighborhood. The official blue collar queen's here. Miss Bree, Miss Bree, Miss Bree, Miss Bree. Don't be daggone trolling me tonight. Don't be stalking. I ain't trying to get no EPOs. Let me get a cease and desist order against you. Please don't do it. How you doing, Bree? People wouldn't think I'm serious. I am serious though, for real. Don't do it. Don't do it, Bree. What up, Daryl? Kevin Hawthorne's in the house from Lakeland, Florida. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. What's up? Catherine West Burns. Howdy. The lovely Miss Victoria Smith is in the house. Soldier of God. Yes, sir. Well, I love names like that. That warms the heart up. What up, Miss Ashley? How you doing? Always good to see you. Susan Faith. Lovely name. What up, Jack? Miss Tammy's in the house. Vinny V, what up? Merch by Nick. How you doing? B Thizzle for shizzles. It's always good to see B Thizzle. What up, Hitman? How you doing, man? Hope y'all had a great concert. Hope you and the family doing good. Hope y'all had a safe trip home. I hope so, Bree. I hope so. What up, Mugs Money? Mo Honey Queen Bees in the house. What up, Tyler? How you doing, man? How's your dad doing? Hope he's doing good. What up, TJ Sanders? Chill Rock in the house. Some bitch is here. Gary P, what's happening? What's happening? Let me see. Let me see. Staten's daughter's in the house, my lovely wife. I got you. I got you. And we are all caught up. Hey, man said, we just got home like 5 minutes ago. Boy, I know you happy to be home. Always nice to get home after a long trip. Always nice. It's good to get away, but ain't nothing like home. That's all I got to say. So, what up, Loki? Oh, yeah, that Trainwreck Kenny hat. Hey, y'all need to go over to Trainwreck Kenny and cop this hat right here. This hat is on fire. It's got the digital camouflage, paying tribute to the military. It is dope. So, make sure y'all go check out Trainwreck Kenny's merch store and cop all the merch you can get. And go get some beats from him as well. Because my guy can make some dope ass beats. So, last night on the rundown, man, it was a crazy night. We had some wild submissions. I thought we were going to have to go through the whole wheel just to get blindsided some competition. But we finally got it. Matter of fact, let me get my list out. So on Thursday, we got Mike Sons going against Blindsight. We got Tony the Tuba going against Jabs. So it's going to be an interesting night Thursday. If Blindsight wins, he'll go into the winner's circle. If Jabs wins, he'll go into the winner's circle. If Mike Sons or Tony Tuba wins, they're going in the winner's circle. We're going to have two people going into the winner's circle Thursday night, no matter what, because all four of them were winners Monday night. So, two people are going to be going into the winner's circle. And right now, in the winner's circle, let me pull that list up. I got so many freaking lists, I don't know what to do. Give me 1 second. Damn salesman. All right. Let me see the rundown. Here we go. All right. So in the running circle right now, we got TJ Sanders, Athena's KSN, and Cassius Cam. I guess that's how you say it. I'm just gonna call him Cam. C Cam. So we got 4 people in the winner circle. We're gonna about to add 2 more, and we got a lot bigger list to go through because we had some more entries last night. So we got the real Mike B, we got Chase Barber, we got Duct Tape Face, we got Crooked C, we got SMG Jimmy, Adrian Raps, Uncle Dub, Ethic to God, Layman, JHBN, Mugs Money, Y Dizzy Music, Napson, Muff, Michael Free, Swamp Tree Satter, AJ Cuddy, Recognition, J Jack Owens, King Dada, Killer B, and Domir the Dragon. Still left to be spun on the wheel. So we still got a long laundry list to go through. And season 2 is going to be interesting, folks. Last night, Adam Calhoun informed us that he wants to be on every episode. So what's going to happen is there's still going to be the permanent judges, along with Adam Calhoun, and a guest judge. So next week, we got Pawpaw Fresh, who's going to be doing Monday and Tuesday. The following week is going to be Mises and Adam Calhoun. Pawpaw Fresh next week is Adam Calhoun and Pawpaw Fresh. And then Adam Calhoun and Mises. Then after that, we got Keith Cash with Calhoun. Then after that, Hard Target. And then after that, New Breed. And then Jesse Howard's still going to come up. Your boy Dirty's going to come up. Hitman's going to come up. Simple Man, Lil White, Justin Time. So we got a long laundry list. Burden, FJ Outlaw. So we got a long laundry list of artists that are still going to come up on the show to help judge it. But Adam Calhoun says that he wants to be on every episode. And we're going to oblige by him because he is giving away the grand prize of a free feature with music video. Now, what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to start screening some of these songs that were submitted. Because last night, we can't go through another night like last night. There was just too many songs that should have never been submitted, to be quite honest with you. Yes.
Can you let everybody know why there's no sisters tonight?
Yeah. Oh, the reason why there is no Sisters in Arms show tonight, we have Little Man for one night, and Lori's will always take Little Man over YouTube. So that's why there's no Sisters in Arms show tonight, in case anybody was wondering. But what I was saying was, we had too many songs last night that should have never been submitted because they were horrendous. And look, and I'm not trying to be mean to the artists who submitted them, but you got to understand this is a serious competition. This is not just get on here and bebop our heads and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that was good. No, that wasn't so good. I mean, the prize package, if you add up the monetary value, it's almost to $10,000. Like, seriously. The music video video from Adam Calhoun, minimum 2,800. And then what he would charge for features at a minimum would be 5,000. So you're already looking at $7,800 right there, just on that price. Then we got $500 cash. Then we have an interview with Chad Arms TV on his podcast. Then we have a free website for 1 year that's going to be built for that artist to upload their music and videos to. And then after 1 year, I think it's like a $20 subscription or something like that. That's going to be provided by Chance off of Chad Arms team. Then we have the RunDown merch package. We have a free beat and free video shoot from City Chief, plus 3 big music reactors. One of them's got 187,000 subs. Will conduct interviews, which is 3 platforms to promote your music. So when you add all this up, this comes way close. I think it's over 10,000, to be quite honest. And it doesn't cost anything to enter the contest. The only thing we're asking is artists that are serious about their craft. No collaborations, right? Just one individual on the mic. And it's just not just rapping. It could be singing, but you got to understand. The winner is going to be on a track with Adam Calhoun, which he will openly admit to you. He does aggressive music. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm not trying to hinder anybody, but you got to understand what's at stake. Because next season, it may be something totally different, right? I haven't even thought about the next season prize package, but every season's going to be different. Next season might be a feature with some other artist who's not an aggressive rapper that may like more singing in the song. So it all depends on what the prize is for that season. Like last season, the very first season was to be able to perform at the Redneck Rave, which cost $1,500 to perform at that show. An opportunity to perform in front of thousands of people, to get your name out there, to help promote your brand. So, I know somebody said last night, where are the rappers at? And I seen somebody in the comments says, well, I thought this was a music competition, not a rap competition. And they're right. It is not a rap competition, but we have to look at what the prize is. And this season, the prize is doing a feature with Adam Calhoun, who does aggressive raps. He does aggressive songs, like fight music. Go work out at the gym where you want to just rip somebody's head off. That's the type of music the judges are looking for. Not saying they all have to be that way, but we need people who are serious about their craft. So what I'm going to do when I end this live stream tonight and all day tomorrow is I'm going to go through each entry. And the ones I feel that are not up to par, I'm going to email that person back and be like, look, this song is not going to cut it. Either submit something else or we're going to have to remove you from the list. Because last night we went through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artists last night when we were only supposed to do 4 total. So to prevent that from happening again, we have to tighten, meaning the show, me personally, I got to tighten my shot group up and start screening these songs better. Because before, I would just accept them, wouldn't listen to them, and let the judges judge them. And yeah, it could be funny, but after a while, it gets to be old because the people in the chat, they want to hear good music, they want to hear good criticism, but when you're getting trash after trash after trash, it no longer becomes fun. So, and like I said, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm not trying to belittle anybody, but this is a serious competition. Like I said, it's the total prize package is well over $10,000, and whoever wins this could change their career. I mean, to make it 10 times better than what it is, because this might be the push they need to get all the recognition, the eyes that are going to be on them. I mean, we had a hard target in the chat last night. You had FJ Outlaw. You had Hitman. You had Eddie Robinson, who was on the road. You had Keith Cash watching. These aren't rookie artists. They've been doing this for a while. They're serious about their craft. And they want to help promote the independent lane. That's what this whole thing is for, is promote independent artists to find the next New Breed, the next Adam Calhoun, the next Ryan Upchurch. Not saying we will, but there's a good possibility that we could. But we need people who are serious about their craft. So if you know any artists who are actually dope, like that produce good music, and they know how to stay on beat, and they understand the concepts of cadence and all that, tell them to submit their music to the RunDown 5000 at gmail.com. Because I got a funny feeling those list of names I read off that are still on the wheel, half of them I don't even know, and I'll probably lose quite a bit. Because last night, yes, a lot of people said it was comical, it was funny, and there's nothing wrong with laughing and have a good time, letting people see an other side of the artist, letting their hair down and whatnot. But when you're sitting up here playing song after song after song, and they're just like, come on, give us something to judge, give us something to really critique. And when you have to go through 8 songs just to get that, it takes a toll on you. Because we want to produce a good product. We want to entertain you all. But in the same sense, we don't want to waste anybody's time, if that makes sense. Oh, facts, MMC. Oh, we're always going to have bugs to work out. It's never going to be perfect. But we just can't have another episode like last night. Like, it was a great show. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm just talking about the song selections. Okay? And I know what people are going to say. Well, and it's supposed to be a music competition. It's not just about rap. It is. But we also have to look at what the prize is. And I'm going to use Mike's sons as an example. So, Mike, if you see or hear this, please don't get mad, because I'm a fan of your music. I'm a fan of you as a person, as an artist. I think you're a super dope guy. I can't wait to meet you in person one day. But the two songs that we played last night, it was belly making music. You know, getting close to your loved one and making babies. So um, imagine the song "Crazy White Boy" with Adam Calhoun and Demon Jones, right? Just in your face, gonna rip your head off, and then let me love you down. You see what I'm saying? It don't mix. I mean, it's like having uh, R. Kelly and Tupac on the same track. It just ain't gonna mix. Or Bobby Brown and Eminem on the same track. It just ain't gonna mix. But don't get me twisted. Don't get it wrong. They were dope songs. I rock with them. They were fire ass songs, but they just weren't the type of music that we're looking for this season. So I don't want anybody to get discouraged and saying, "Oh, you're only this is rigged because this and that." No, we gotta gear the music has got to be geared towards the prize package. Rock on MTP member for 6 months. Watch the rundown Thursday night. Appreciate the Rock on for being a member for 6 months. Yeah, Thursday. In 2 days, we're gonna send 2 more people to the winner's circle. Now look, when we get to the winner's circle, it's one and done. So once you get in the winner's circle, like the people who are in the winner's circle right now, they're guaranteed 2 months. Just sit back, relax. But for that 2 months, they need to produce 3 banging, and I mean banging songs. Like the best that you ever done. Because when we get to the winner's circle, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. Because I guarantee you the judges are going to be more critical. They're going to be more stricter. They're going to be like, nope, that's out of here. Yes, that goes forward. Because once you win, you move forward into the bracket until we narrow it down to 2 artists and then we have a showdown. What up, 90 Maids? What up, Denise? Hitman says, I'm going to produce 5 banging songs. And look, I've been talking to Hitman. Um, we got an idea for maybe next season, if not next season, the following season, to where in order to win, you got to beat him. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be a tough competition if we do that because Hitman, a lot of people sleep on him. Hitman is a sick, dope ass rapper. He is so crafty with his wordplay and the rasping of his voice and his cadence and his flow. He's a hard one to beat. So some of y'all might say, well, that's not fair. You know, he's a professional. He does this for a living. Well, that's what this competition's for, is to help those to get to be able to do this for a full-time living. If you're not in it for that reason alone, then you shouldn't even be in it, to be quite honest with you.
Did you send the link to Minutes into Chad and Mel?
I did send it to Chad Bell.
Did you send it to me?
No.
Okay. Get it done. I'm not looking at the phone tonight.
Well, hey, stop coming out here then. I mean, hell's bells. What do you want me to do? Let me love you down. Now I got that damn song in my head. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Check your IG, Menace. Are you talking about Hitman? No. He wouldn't win the prizes. The goal is to beat him. Whoever beats him wins the prize, whatever the prize may be. That's the competition. Like, remember the show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Or Are You Good Enough to Beat Hitman? That might be the show. Or Hitman and Your Boy Dirty. Or it might be at the end of the season, the two finalists, right? Well, the winner and the runner up. Well, I don't know how we would do it, but to collab together, because right now everything is individual. So, but as you go through your career as a musician, you're gonna have to be able to collab with people, and that's what other artists like to see: how well you work with others. Are you how dedicated are you? And that might be one of the stipulations that you have to team up with somebody to beat, you know, Dirty and Hitman. But we haven't figured that out yet. We're just throwing some ideas around. What up, Bubba?
What's up, Bubba?
How you? I'm doing good.
Dude, last night was very eventful. It was such a good night, dude, and I want to congratulate you because I think last night was probably the best show of the rundown that you had so far.
It was definitely eventful. I will say that.
Dude, I'm saying, look, I know there was like parts where it was like, what, but it's shit that can get worked out, and within a couple episodes, dude, you're gonna be killing it, man.
Athena, what do you mean by remixes? She said, can they submit remixes? What do you consider a remix? I mean,
I think it's just like her lyrics to a beat that already exists. Like if she did a song to it, yeah.
As long as there's nobody else on the song with you. It could be a cover song. It doesn't have to be an original. You can do a cover song.
I tried to do a cover song once and it never got uploaded. I can tell you that.
Somebody might, might have the balls enough to try to do Godzilla by Eminem.
Oh, the rap part's easy. Don't do the singing. That's what I'm saying. I tried to do a cover for Jelly Roll. No. I'll send it to you, TripleT, but if you ever leak it, I swear to God, I will diss the fuck out of you, bro. I will diss the fuck out of you.
It might be worth it.
It's not. It's not good.
No, I mean it might be worth the diss. Fuck it. I'm uploading this bitch.
Oh, God. It be your own people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It be your own damn people.
I appreciate the super chat, but you didn't have to pay for me to pronounce your name correctly. Look, I apologize. I am terrible at pronouncing names. I fuck up my own kids' names, okay? Like for real.
To be fair, you guys are lucky if he even sees your chat. This motherfucker is the worst at reading the chat.
Yeah, I don't read chats because I'm ADHD. If I read chats, I'll get distracted.
Hey, that's old buddy who I gave my golden ticket to.
Yeah.
Cassie and Cam. Yeah, bro, you got bars, man.
All right. So how do you say it? Cash.
Cassie is Cam. Cassie is Cam.
No, it says Cash is Cam. Cash is Cam.
I see CASSIUS.
No, CASH. Look on the screen.
Yeah, I am. It literally says CASSIUS.
No, it says CASH dash ISS.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. Now you're muted. Now you're muted.
Why didn't he just name his name that though? Like why?
What?
Like why didn't he just spell his name exactly like that if that's what he wanted? I mean,
I don't know.
No, I'm saying like it's Cassius Cam. If you read it without
Yeah,
the
but
comment,
according to this, it's Cash and Scam.
That's my fucking point. That's my fucking point. Why are you so confusing, bro?
Like Cassius Clay, the boxer.
Cassius Clay. Good.
All right, Cassius Cam. Man, why can't people stick to normal names like Bob and Mike?
Bob and Mike.
Next up on the mic is Bob. Rapping Bob. I can't fuck that up.
He said
like,
Bob and Mike.
When I first seen New Breed's name, I was like, how the fuck do I pronounce this?
And you breed.
Yeah, I was like, and then when I played this track, you hear him go, New Breed. I'm like, okay, New Breed. Why not spell that bitch NEW?
Yeah. Not only did Adam freeze last night, he also got the channel struck. What a dick. What a dick. he totally got them. He said, wait, how they gonna strike me when I'm up here? Well, Adam,
it's not your channel. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up.
That was funny as fuck, bro. He was so mad. He's like, wait, they struck you and I'm up here? Yeah, I mean,
how they gonna strike my song? That's because it's not your channel, Bubba.
To be fair, Adam, you're not Eminem yet. Yet. I said yet. All right. Nah, Adam's good. He's a good guy, dude. I know there's a lot of things we talked about last night. And dude, honestly, the respect level just it went through the roof, man. There is
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that. I'm just gonna say this because I know a lot of people is in the bushes right now, and people are in the back streets talking shit. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are hating on me specifically because Ryan Upchurch and Adam Calhoun, what's going on between them? I'll say this one more time. I am neutral. Okay? I am unbiased. I call balls and strikes. But I'll be perfectly honest. Before me and Adam had our interaction, I used to think a certain way about him. I thought he was the biggest dick in the world. I really did. Didn't care for him. Because I listened to what other people had said to me over 4 years. And I believed it. But once you get behind the scenes and you talk to the people numerous times and have, countless phone conversations and text messages and sit backstage for 3 hours and just like we were backstage for 3 hours last night, chopping it up like we were sitting around a bonfire, drinking a beer, telling stories, laughing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, for all the people who have hate on that guy,
you're a fucking fool.
One, you either don't know him, or two, you're just a hater. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. So until you actually speak to him, and this goes to any artist, And this whole event has changed my outlook on a lot of people now. Because I used to think of the same thing about other artists. I no longer think about that about those artists because I've never physically talked to them. If I haven't talked to them, how can I go around judging somebody? Or how can I feel a certain way about somebody if I've never had an interaction with them?
Can I ask you a question that won't like kind of intrude on what was said last night? But I mean, at least you can concur on this. Is Adam not doing things for artists that 99% of artists aren't doing for artists?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. All right, ladies and
That's dope.
gentlemen. I know the title says with special guest. Menace was not my special guest. Here comes my special guest.
Oh shit. Well, fuck you too, Triple T.
The man, the myth, the legend, and his better half, Mr. Chad Arms TV and Miss
Oh
Mel.
shit. Oh
How you
shit.
doing? How y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey guys.
Let me first say, no biggie. I went and copped that off of Amazon yesterday. That thing is fire. I've been rocking it all day on my phone. So shout out to you, Chad, for real.
Oh man, appreciate you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you helping me promote it last night on the stream too.
Most definitely. I'm gonna promote that until it charts.
Well, I appreciate it, bro. That's real, man. We didn't do a pre-order for it. We wanted to drop it pretty quick, so we didn't do the rollout like we normally would. But it's doing well, and I appreciate you for supporting it.
No, man.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So
So what y'all think of the rundown last night? Very, very eventful.
Yeah, it was very eventful. I don't understand. I mean, I know that when people are starting out or whatever, they think whatever they're doing is fire, but I don't know. Some of it was different.
Yeah.
It was interesting, man. It was interesting. There was some dope stuff that I heard towards the end. A lot of them were just, I've been where some of those guys are, man. So I know how it is when you first get started and you think what you got is it, and it's really not, but you think it is it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say anything disparaging about anybody, but some of it was rough to be light. But there was some dope stuff on there, though. Some of the stuff that I heard was cool. And some of it was just, I think with Mike Sons, I think he's dope.
Oh,
I just think the song selection may have been a little bit wrong for the competition, maybe. But
and that's what I said in the beginning of the stream is I'm a fan of him as an artist and as a person because he's super dope. But we got to look at the prize package, and the prize package is Adam Calhoun, his style rapping.
Right.
That two types of music ain't gonna mix.
Right. Yeah.
So when it comes to singing tracks, is because I don't necessarily know, and I know that you're doing it on a randomizer wheel spin thing. Is there any way that we can kind of not pit a singing person against a rapping person?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is tonight when I'm tying this stream, I'm gonna go through every entry. I'm gonna actually listen to every song, and I never did that before because I wanted to hear it for the first time. But for this, I'm gonna go through, and the ones I think are not up to par, like last night, I'm gonna contact the artist and say, look, this ain't gonna fit. You have something better. If not, I'm gonna have to pull you, and then I'm gonna break them down in categories. Like if there's any more singers, I'll try to pit them against each other.
Yeah, and then whoever the best singer of that, if they make it to the end and they get, and it's them versus a rapper, by all means. But I mean, as it sits right now, it's kind of like where everybody's like, what are we listening to? And it's not the artist's fault. It's just because they're expecting something else, you know.
But back in the day, I'm older, but we used to do these competitions called the UMCs in Nashville around 2009, 2010. And it's similar to what you're doing, except it was like live performances, and you would have 8 people, but it would be a filtration process where, say, there's 60 people that submitted. They pick the best 8. They pit them in a tournament style bracket. You do one song. Say I draw artist B, I'm artist A. We both perform one song, right? Whoever
Right.
gets judged as the better artist of that particular song goes to the next round. But song selection is like as important as the actual songs that you have, right? And I made decisions like that on those in those situations back then, where I got pitted up against like an R&B artist, and I come out doing this like straight rap song. Well, then I get put out because my song selection was off, you know?
Right.
And I think that's got something to do with it, but a lot of it too is just quality control. Like artists need to make sure that they have everything mixed and mastered, and a lot of it's just maybe them not knowing, you know. And it's so easy to record now, so that's kind of I noticed a lot of artists sounds like they're recording on their phone. I don't know if they are, but I think they have enough tools now to where you can get your stuff mixed and mastered at an affordable rate to kind of make it more polished. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this, because you've been doing this for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed Bravo Gator probably about 3 years ago, and he made a statement, and it stuck with me ever since.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the home studio has actually hurt the independent lane, because back in the day when you were coming up, he said you pretty much had to mortgage your house to do an album, because it would cost you 50 racks.
Absolutely.
Now you can go spend $200-300, get a home studio, and he says you have all these people thinking that they can sing or rap, and they'll just dump the internet with it, and that's the sludge that's floating down to the bottom, to where you have artists like, say, Menace, who is good. They got to fight through all that settlement to get recognized. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. He's right about that, because back when Bravo and Lex, they were in a group called Top Dollar. It was huge in Nashville before internet was a big thing. And everything cost thousands of dollars, right?
Right.
They started before I started. I didn't start till 03, 04, and I was recording at home. But like, I never got my stuff mixed and mastered up until like 5 or 6 years ago, bro. I put a rough studio mix on it. The majority of my old catalog prior to 2016, none of it's mixed and mastered. It was just, I'm in my house recording. I got a good enough mix on this, boom. You know, because I just didn't think none differently. But It was home studio, right? He's right in that sense, because it's back then, like, if you had to spend, say, $400 or $500 on studio time, that's going to keep people that may not be as passionate about it from doing it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like anything. It's just content creating in general. Like, because anybody can just get their phone out, hit record, and upload something, you know? So you're going to get exposed to a lot of dope talent, but then you're going to get exposed to a lot of, what the hell is this person doing on the internet type shit.
Right.
You just kind of got to weed through it, like you were saying. But I definitely agree with what he said about that, though. It made it is a gift and a curse, because it made it easier for talented artists to get stuff done affordably, but then it made it to where, you know what I mean,
that anybody can do it, and the next thing you got to fight through all that stuff.
Well, I do think, like, we're at a point now within technology, like back in the day, like let's say 2005, like you couldn't make music like you could now from your home. You had to go to the studio where they had the analog gear. Like now everything is digital, and it does kind of put a competitive edge on things.
Right. No, it does. Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, like with the mix and a master, like all you need is a laptop. You can mix it right in the box.
Yeah. Yeah. And it, like I said, that's the good and the bad thing about it. Cause you got somebody like, you know, I used up 3030 for all my mix master, and dude, I mean, he's like he knows what I'm thinking before I ain't got to tell him on what I want something to sound like. And that's something that me and him have built over the last 2 years. you know, getting introduced to Dub through Leroy, and then I started working with him exclusively with just my stuff, as well as me and Leroy stuff back then. Now he does all my mixing and mastering, and it was the same thing like you're saying. He's like 100 miles an hour, and he don't. That's just muscle memory, just like anything. Yeah. Anybody, it's like a dude that can shoot a really good jump shot. They can sit there and sink 25 of them like it ain't even nothing because it's just what they do. You know,
Sonny Bama's the same way.
Yep, shout out Sonny Bama too. I'm through command shift. Salute to Sonny Bama too for distribution. But yeah,
there's only one thing that I want to address in the chat, and ultimately, TripleT is doing this competition thing, putting eyes on these independent artists, you know, staying true to the independent lane, and we support that wholeheartedly because we are 100% independent.
Right.
What I don't get is people in the comments, and I'm not pointing anybody out because there's fault across the board. You don't like somebody, that's cool, but this is not where it's supposed to be at. Like that, I mean, come in another day, another time, and air your grievances out, because ultimately at the end of the day, if you're in here commenting about your hatred towards X, Y, and Z, ultimately you're not paying attention to the independent artists that are being featured.
That's facts.
See what I'm saying? So, you know, and I see like a lot of people are going back and forth, like, well, why did I get timed out and this one didn't get timed out? And, you know, hopefully eventually all that'll get fixed. But, you know, there's a right time and a right place for everything. And during like the competition, that's not it. I'm sorry. It's just not.
I agree.
I get it. I understand. You know, I see everybody's point of view. I stay on neutral ground, but this is not where it's supposed to be, because you're taking all the attention off of the independent artist.
I think there's a way to speak your opinion and be able to speak your opinion, but be tactful about it. Like, you don't have to be a dickhead, you know, if that makes sense. Like, if you don't like it, okay, say you don't like it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But there's no need for the extra. Like, this is a competition, all right? A lot of people would have submitted for this, but they didn't have the balls to do it. So I respect every person that sent something and took the time to be here. Granted, sometimes
that's like, if you know, you got two artists that are pitted up against each other that maybe like we've never heard of before, and maybe, you know, they don't advance for whatever reason, you know, because that's the judge's decision. Ultimately, I might follow that person and be like, yo, I want to see this person progress or whatever, you know, like, but you can't even focus on that because you just, it's blatant hate about stuff that doesn't even pertain to what's going on.
Yeah.
Facts. And me and my wife were talking about that. I think what we're going to do is, it's going to be painful, but I think I'm going to go in and remove a lot of wrenches and only have like five moderators that I know that I can trust just for the rundown, and then give them all back after the rundown if I have to do it that way. Because I did notice that a lot last night. People with wrenches were abusing them because they didn't like what somebody else was saying. This is my golden rule. As long as people are not saying anything racist, they're not doxing somebody, and they're not saying some creepy shit about kids, they can say whatever the hell they want. This is America.
Oh,
right.
So we all have the freedom of speech, and there are too many men and women have died for us to have that freedom. So why abuse it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, I mean, and also too, like, and don't get me wrong, man, some of the stuff that was submitted last night was rough, dog. Like,
Oh, it was.
And I was laughing just like everybody was laughing. I was laughing at particularly at Kenny and at Adam at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're my homies, and it was just funny at some point because I was probably making the same face. But that's part of it, though, man. You know, like, and I'm all about being honest too. Like, I don't want to ever be. I'm not mean to nobody. I don't ever want to be mean to nobody. But some stuff you just got to be real about and be like, man, you're not. This ain't your thing, dude.
No,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, respect. It's just not. Doesn't mean you're a bad person or you suck at life or nothing. It just means that this may not be. This particular try wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying?
But keep working at it.
Yeah, keep working at it. But like,
Well, I feel like there's a point where like, and I agree with what Mel said. Like some of these artists have potential, and if you have potential, keep working at it. But some of the stuff you hear, like, no.
Some of the stuff that was submitted, it almost seems like it was submitted on a trolling aspect. Like they just did some shit just to take up space.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I don't know. I don't think it's trolling. I think it just may be somebody that just thinks that, man, my shit's, and I'm all about believing in what you got, what you're bringing to the table, whatever it is. Music.
Well, I will say a lot of the artists this season did come from SoundCloud. If that means anything.
Sadly, it's a popular thing now with younger kids, man.
And I'm so old, 40, so I'm like, SoundCloud,
right.
but I don't know. I'm not hip to it. Like
it's basically like you can get on your phone and just record a song. That's what.
Right. And I know some guys have blown up like through SoundCloud, which is a salute to them. But I'm just, as Broadnex would say, I'm old law. You know, like I'm old school, so like it just ain't for me. But I mean, again, I'm 40, so like when we were doing stuff, it was CDs, and I wasn't recording when it was like when I started. It was already digital, but like I'm old enough to be from that analog era. I just didn't start rapping until I was like 19, 20 years old, like early 2000. So by then, you could record on your computer and it, you know. But like some of my homies, like they were recording on the, you know, like
tape decks.
Yeah, Taylor, you had to retake the whole thing if it didn't work the way you wanted. Like even interviewing Broadnex, interviewing Adam and some of the older guys, like my age, like that's what they came up doing because they started way earlier than me. You know,
taking Scotch tape and put it over the back of the tape to retape over them.
Yeah, so Broadnex said on the interview, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
they were called 8 tracks, right?
No, cassette tapes.
No. Like in the studio, like when you were in the studio, they were called 8 tracks. Like you had 8 tracks that you could record on an actual tape.
No, you had an actual 8-track, which looked like almost like a VCR tape, and then you had a cassette tape. Totally 2 different things.
Oh, okay. I could have swore they called them 8 tracks because when M first got with Dre, that's what they were still recording on. There was no digital shit. They were still recording on that CLA like an actual tape. Like you had to timestamp it and everything.
I thought Mel was going to go get an 8-track and say, "No, this is an 8-track."
Fun fact: I'm on the family compound, and I'm almost positive there's one down at the Papaw's place.
The Big Buzz, appreciate that, bro. He was saying like the new song. I appreciate that, man. Man, I like what you're doing though, bro. I like it. I'm new to it. I didn't get to catch season 1, but she was telling me about it, like bits and pieces about it. But I've been able to catch each episode of season 2 so far. And how many people total are in the competition?
We started out with 42.
42, okay. And then what is it down to now?
After last night, we're probably
lost
down
at least 6. You know
we lost 6 people last night.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We got 26 left to go through. We got 4 in the winner's circle. So that's 30. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the losers bracket. So yeah, 42. To where last season we only had 18
Yeah.
for season 1. So it doubled.
I'm not gonna lie. Triple T owes me like $13,000 for missing out on this prize package. I'm just saying.
TNT Dad
Son of a bitch.
did a reaction to your song, but we'll have to go catch it in a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
Shout out to TNT Dad too.
He's
He's a
good
dope
guy,
reactor.
man. I really like his energy.
He's an old cat.
Sure. And Trey, that's true too, bro. Like, some people aren't trolling. I was reading what Trey wrote earlier. I don't think that they're trolling. I think that they just. Somebody said it last night. I can't remember if it was Tim or if it was one of y'all said it last night about don't just play your music for your friends, or it was something along those lines.
I said if you're gonna submit a song, before you upload it, send it to an artist, let them hear it. If they're not willing to buy it from you or get on the track, don't put it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times, like, and I went through this early on in my career where I was I just wanted to hear the good stuff about what I was letting people hear. I didn't want to hear you were trash on this, or this was offbeat, this was off key, your bars were whack on this, your delivery sucked. If people had anything other than that's banging or that's dope or whatever the phrase was 20 years ago, I didn't want to hear it. I'd be like, no, I'm good. And that's why, like, going back and listening, obviously you learn the more you work, but like, I think that's what a lot of it is. I think people don't want to hear criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to grow if you, even no matter how good you are, if you don't have somebody telling you, hey man, you're good, but like, you could have done better on this one than you did. You need to go back and try this again. She's told me that. Like, everybody in our camp, we'll tell each other that, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, one of the artists that's in our camp, he released the album. I told him flat out, I hate that album. It's not you. I hate that album.
You can't have yes men in your corner. You just can't.
No.
If you have yes men in your corner, you're setting yourself up for failure. Period.
Right.
Well, it's like last season. Menace had a habit. If the beat, once a song ended, if there was, say, 15, 20 seconds left of the beat, he would just start talking trash on it.
I have to.
And
Old school.
Eddie Robinson's like, look, you ain't got to do all that. You already killed it. Just let the beat ride out. Because when you start talking trash, that's going to turn people off. And he started doing that.
Yeah.
That's taking constructive criticism and applying it.
You have to, as an artist, man. If you don't listen to the people around you that are solid, like, based people, again, like I said earlier, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not everything you do is going to be great, and you have to understand that. Like, you're not perfect, okay? Sometimes you miss. And if you don't have people around you to tell you that, hey, look, bro, this ain't it, you are going to be the one that's looking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, like, I think that some people confuse like good feedback with coddling. Does that make sense? Where, like, if I'm playing somebody a song and they tell me that's dope, bro, and they really don't think it's all the way dope, they think that some stuff can be changed, but they just tell me, especially if they're my homie or something like that, like, I would rather you just tell me, and then I'd be like, okay, you're right, or we agree to disagree. I may not even fix it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that some people confuse constructive criticism too as like, oh, you're hating. No, bro, no.
Wow.
If I hated, I would just say it sucked, or without even listening to it or giving it a chance, you know?
Well, to be honest, if you really didn't like it and you hated that person, you would just let them drop it and be like, look at this idiot, you know?
Right.
Like,
right.
No, you got to help your peoples, man. And look, it's okay to say sometimes, look, bro, you wrong. You got to change this. And like Chad said, sometimes you might not. But if you don't give that perspective to that person,
Right.
you're failing them.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to stop gaslighting. And that's what I try to, like when I do my reactions, I try to preach to other reactors.
Mm-hmm.
There are some reactors out there, and I'm just going to use this as an example, so please don't nobody get offended by it. There are some reactors out there that will gaslight Ryan Upchurch's every song he does.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Ryan Upchurch is a very talented artist.
Absolutely.
I don't think anybody would be able to emulate what he's done the last 10 years.
Never.
But every song he put out is not a banger. And there are some reactors, oh, that's a banger, that's a banger, that's a banger, that's a banger. It's like, bro, no, it's not. Be truthful. There's some songs I don't care, and I voice my opinion on them, and there's some that I think they're top notch. And there are too many people who are afraid to be honest about it because they're afraid of the negative feedback from the fans, and they're afraid of the negative feedback from the artists because they think they're going to get negative feedback. Not saying the artists will, but they are automatically assuming that they will.
Right. And a lot of time too, with any artist, and it doesn't, like, there's always going to be songs that artists do, no matter how good the artist is, that may just not hit with certain people. And because music's subjective. So like what me and Mel think is dope, y'all could think is trash, and neither one of us are really wrong.
No,
it's just
how
like,
we perspect it. Right.
So it's like, I think that it's okay. You want the contrast, because if everybody said everything was awesome all the time, well, then that, you know what I mean? You kind of want the contrast where people can like different things and dislike different things. And the main thing is that just being able to all coincide with each other and coexist, I should say, with having different opinions. Yeah. Whether it's political, whether it's music, whether it's religious, whether it's anything, whether it's foods, whether it's whatever. Like, I could like something and you could hate it. That doesn't, I'm not going to get mad at you.
Right.
You don't have to get mad at me. Like, we can just say, okay, man, you like that, whatever, and just move past it. And I think a lot of it is social media too. They want you to argue, and you know what I'm saying? So
this is the best analogy I like to use. So I know you're big in sports, Chad. What's your favorite football team?
Tennessee Titans.
Right.
God.
True, baby.
Okay.
Boo,
so I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
So if you go back and look, Tennessee Titans were the Houston Oilers at one time. Houston Oilers and Pittsburgh had a big rivalry back in the 70s.
Absolutely.
So just because you like the Titans and I like the Steelers, what, am I supposed to hate you because of that? No, we can still like each other just because we like two different football teams. It's the same thing with music artists. Mm-hmm. You know, the person who likes Upchurch but may not like Newbury. Person who may like Newbury may not like Upchurch. It doesn't mean we still can't be friends.
Right.
I mean, I just don't get people sometimes.
Well, that was one of the things, because y'all know that we're super close with Jam. There's a lot of hate spewed on him off the rip. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, the minute that my favorite and your favorite work together, your views are totally going to change. And I promise you it's going to happen. It's already in the works. It's already in the talk. Like, it's going to happen. So there's no sense in all this negativity off rip, because then all you got to do, as our beloved Worm once said, you're going to backpedal. Mm-hmm. And there's just no sense in it.
Well, in the beginning of the stream, I don't know if you heard what I said.
I was working.
Before me and Adam Calhoun had our interactions a couple 6 weeks ago, for the last 4 years, I thought a certain way about him because I listened to what everybody told me about him. And I've never spoke to the man. Yep. So I always said, man, that guy's the most hateful things about him.
Yep. And
then once we had our blow up, and then we started talking numerous times on countless phone calls. And like last night, after the show ended, we were backstage for 3 hours, and there was like 6 of us back there, and it was like we were sitting around a bonfire drinking beer, just telling stories, army stories, rap stories, life stories, raising kids stories for 3 hours. And I have such the utmost respect for him now and a different outlook that last night literally has changed my whole thought process about a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now running with the theory, unless I talk to that person and get to know them one-on-one, I can't hate them, or I'm not going to listen to what anybody else says, because if I do that, I'll be disgenuine to myself and I'll be disgenuine to that artist. It's like if you tell me, what's your favorite movie, or what's the worst movie that you ever watched, Chad?
The worst movie? Oh, bro, I'm obsessed with movies, so that's gonna be a hard list of that. Human Centipede.
Okay, Human Centipede.
If he
you
says
could tell
Lion
me,
King, I'm out.
I'm out. You may tell me, hey, the Human Centipede sucks. Don't go watch it.
Yeah, it literally.
Well,
yeah.
To me, I'm not going to take your word for it.
Right.
I'm gonna go watch it anyway,
yeah.
just to see, because I may like it.
No, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I argue with my buddies all the time on our movie podcast, movie and wrestling podcast, because we're like that. There's one of our guys in the group likes to go against the grain.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, and it makes for great content, but we just laugh and joke about it. We're like, oh, we know he's because it's just how it is. But 100%, especially with like stuff like that, because that's subjective, just like music, movies. I mean, it's all entertainment.
Yeah.
But that's a good point.
Perspective, man. Perspective.
Just getting to know, just because everybody has perceptions of people, before they meet them. Just because a lot of the times you may not ever meet these people in person. You may only be able to interact with them through the internet. So you can only go off of what they are showing you, right?
Exactly.
But so stuff can get skewed, and I told Adam the same thing. I mean, I told him before I met him, because I met him in 2021 at Tailgates and Tallboys in July of 2021. And up until then, I liked a few of his songs, but like a lot of his videos, I didn't know when I met him, how he was going to be in person. You know what I'm saying? Because just of like how things were back then, early on and stuff like that. And like you meet him, it's completely different, and it's like that. It's been like that with a lot of things. I thought the same way with Jamway. Because when I went and met him, bro, he was filming the No Problems video, and me and my buddy Chance, the one that's donating the website, we went up there to Alabama. Bro, he didn't know me. So and I didn't know him. I was like, dude, I want to interview him because I saw that drip clip or whatever. Bro, the way he looked at me when I pulled up, I didn't know. I thought he was going to cuss me out or something. Because you know what I mean? So like, right. And then he starts talking to me, and he's like, bro, y'all came all the way here to talk to me? I'm like, yeah, bro. He was like, so is this the interview? And we talked like 5 minutes without the camera. He was like, so is the interview done? I was like, no, but we're filming it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're filming the interview. He was just wanting to shoot the shit and drink beer and stuff. And but it was the same thing. Like, I didn't know. And then I met him. I was like, bro, this dude's completely different than what I was expecting him to be.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of negative things about him for the short time that he's been on the internet.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet him at the Redneck Rave, and even though I only had like a 5-minute conversation with him, I have a totally different outlook on him just in that 5 minutes, because anybody who ever sits down and talks to that guy for 5 minutes, I guarantee you'll have a different outlook on him.
Yeah. And a lot of it is just because of he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what people don't understand, because they don't know him. So like, and I didn't understand this time I met him and his friends that he's known for 30, 40 years. All of his friends are his friends he grew up with in Gadsden. They're all his buddies they've been friends for 30 years. But like, they were like, he's always rapped. He just didn't think nobody would like it. So he never tried to pursue it. And he always was his whole family has been in the brickland business. So that's just what he's done his whole life. So he didn't, you know what I'm saying? And then they did the video for fun. He didn't know how to put it on the internet.
Yeah, he didn't even put it on the internet at first. He went to his parents' house and showed them his phone and said, "Look what I just did."
Yeah, he's like, I just thought he'd get on the internet somehow.
He said
didn't know,
he thought it just magically showed up on the internet.
but
He
like
had no idea.
that, and then it just happened. You know what I'm saying? So I get why people are like, but like the industry plant stuff is funny to me because, and I get why people say that's because he came out of nowhere. But like this dude he's the furthest. I mean, you met him, Tim.
Oh yeah,
furthest thing from that. Like, but I mean, it's just something to. It's something.
Here's my best analogy of him, and this is no disrespect.
Yeah.
Imagine meeting Forrest Gump.
Yes.
That's Jam Wayne for the first time you meet him.
He's like an outlaw. Yeah, like an outlaw.
Like what I mean by that is like his concept of technology is.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you can do what?
Yeah.
No, really?
I will say this from seeing him at the Redneck Rave. That boy can dance his ass off. That boy can dance. Dude, this motherfucker, he walked on the stage just like this, talking about, yeah. Like, he didn't have to sing a fucking thing. This motherfucker was dancing.
If he don't make it in the music career, he can definitely make it as a daggone Chippendale. I can tell you that.
Chippendales, no shout out to the Chris Farley Chippendales.
But that's my impression of Jam Wayne. Like, no disrespect.
No.
Forrest Gump was super smart.
Yeah.
Super smart.
Yeah.
And very intelligent. And I believe Jam Wayne is too. He's just not up to speed to all the technical stuff.
He just likes living off the grid, bro. That's what he's all done, you know.
Like you don't respect that. You gotta respect that, right?
Yeah. He's just out. He's like, man, because I asked him, you know, when he hit 100,000, when I was talking to him and Dusty Lee on that at that video shoot and shooting content, I said, bro, you hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Isn't that awesome? He was like, is it? I was like, bro, that's awesome.
He was like, is that good?
He was like, man, I didn't think 2 people would like it. So like anybody above 2 people liking it is a bonus. You know what I'm saying? So like, and he's got a good team with him, and his team is 3 people, bro. 3 people. It's not what everybody thinks. It's not. It's 3 people.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's what you call a small circle.
Yeah, and it's just you know.
And you know, and you know, he came on the scene. He came on hot, and Chad seen something, so he went there. Well, a lot of people don't remember or even know Chad is the one responsible for putting out the Jelly 10-minute freestyle.
I just learned that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
2009, bro. It's just crazy.
When Chad went down there and realized that this was a real thing, you know, record his content or whatever, and he starts putting stuff out. Well, who is the quote unquote independent gatekeeper?
I don't like the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too.
No, but what I'm saying is Chad has access to more people than most.
Yeah. I like to think gate opener.
Well,
I don't like
opener,
keeper.
yeah.
Because that makes me sound like I'm puppeteering. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to.
No Diddy here. No Diddy going on.
So,
yeah, I'm just trying to put people out there more, you know.
That's where the call came in from Adam. And that link got hooked up. The call came in from Dusty Lee and Bubba Sparks. That got linked up. The call came in from Just in Time for that performance. That got linked up. And Keith Cash and him exchanged numbers, and you know, there was limited communication, but we spearheaded some shit on Monday to get something in the works for them, for Keith Cash and Jam.
Yeah.
So you
shout out to Keith Cash. Yeah.
That's gonna be fire.
We're working on something. Me and Keith Cash are working on something too.
You know,
sure.
You've got a vet here that knows everybody, that has ties with everybody, and he's the one that's spearheading this.
All right,
I just linked Keith Cash up with Shaka Hustle Man today.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Yeah, Keith's a good dude, man. Like I started seeing Keith Cash through Mark Hoddick, and it was just,
Home Rich.
Yeah, it was just through pictures and stuff. And I was like, okay. And then I saw that he started saying he's got music coming or whatever. And then one of the songs I think came out But then I heard the one that's the one that's big, the one that's not like 200K. That's the one I heard. I was like, oh yeah, dude's got something going. And then we started interacting on Facebook, you know, and following each other's stuff on there. And I met him at the rave briefly, just on some, hey, what's up, man? Keep doing what you're doing. Big support of what you're doing. Took a picture. That was kind of it. And I know him and Jam talked a little bit that day, but yeah, getting to talk to him the other day, man, I told him I could help him however he needs me to help him. We're gonna do an interview.
He is one of the most humblest people you ever meet.
Dude, facts.
Yeah. And I told him on the phone, once I watched the interview that y'all did, where I got to know him, where I got to see him like interacting, because I spoke with him very briefly and he was super nice. But like I just going off of what some of his story, what you was telling him or whatever, talking with him about. And I said, so we're gonna get an interview with him done and try to get some music done with him too. But he's a good dude, man. I told him, I was like, man, I think you and Jam stories are similar because y'all are just grinding your ass off at your job, like, you know, providing for your family. And this has always been what you've done. You've been through some stuff like all of us have. And you're just trying to do what, you know, make a living off of what you love to do.
Yeah.
It ain't never too late, bro. It ain't never too late for that.
Nope.
Chad, have you heard the song with him and Trainwreck Kenny?
Oh yeah, banging. Yeah.
Dude, that's
Go get it. Yeah.
nasty.
I got one with Kenny. I got to finish a verse right now that Kenny sent me, a verse and a hook to a song me and him are doing that is super dope. Shout out to him, man. And I hit up City Chief today about trying to get some stuff with him. So that's through this.
I swear to God, City Chief reminds me. I call him Mini Jelly Roll.
No, it's Belly Roll, Timbo.
Listen,
it's Belly Roll.
his hand gestures. If you go back and watch Jelly Roll, how he talks with his fingers and everything, watch City Chief. He has the same movements. I swear to God, if you put some face tattoos on him, he'd be a smaller version of Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Like Legacy just said, big old show improved by God. Legacy Adams, another one of our artists that's tied with our group. My brother, my kid's uncle.
Yeah. He's out in Colorado, man. He's been killing it. He's from here where we're at, but he's living out in Colorado now. But he's a super dope artist. I want to say you played one of the songs.
Yeah, the one with him and
me and him and Lazy.
Lazy that passed away. R.I.P. Lazy.
But he's a super dope lyricist, man. Makes great music, and he's super cool with the videos too. He did a lot of the older videos that I did.
He also does like engraving and stuff. Yeah. He didn't do these, but he does stuff like these on slate.
Well, that's dope.
Is that a koozie or
this is a
coaster?
Coaster. Yeah.
Oh,
that's dope.
One of our Outlaw Dynamics, right? That's who did those, but Legacy can do them too. Our group is, I mean, like, our guys go to the studio, but like, we are so self-sufficient, you know, like if we want to do a music video, we figure out how to shoot it. We figure out how to edit. We figure out, you know, how to record. We, you know, just do all our own stuff. We'll make our own graphics. The only thing we don't do is print our own shirts, but Legacy's in the process of doing that. He's just too far away.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with what Chad said a couple of weeks ago when I was watching y'all's live. I think you might even said it too, Mel. So a lot of us run in the same circles and we see each other at these shows, and people in the chat don't realize that we do know one another, and we do talk behind the scenes. So a lot of things we can't speak on for certain reasons, and we won't speak on. And then the people in the chat, those just start hating because they come up with these conspiracy theories, and you're like, well, if you only knew, you wouldn't be saying the shit you're saying.
100%.
Yeah. And see, and a lot of it, and at times it gets frustrating, but like at the same time, my thing is, I'm all about pushing everything forward and pushing everybody forward. There's going to be people that want to try to tear you down. Those people, you just can't. You just have to let that be what that is. Because if you focus on that stuff, and this is advice to anybody, like not even music, but that's just all. You just got to find out where you want to go, and just set your sights on that spot, and then everything else is just noises around you that you got to try to. You just got to try to keep right. You know what I mean? It's just like I look at it like you're just on an interstate driving to the spot you want to go to. There's going to be stuff on the side. Just don't rubberneck and look at it. It's going to cause you to wreck or, you know what I mean, hit a pothole or something.
Slow down. Yeah.
And sometimes it's tougher than other times, but like that's really the best way I get through things, because sometimes it gets annoying, but you just kind of got to take it in stride and look at it like, well, and it's.
Well, what I will say is that is a testament to your character. If you are able to do that and just like push forward and be like, fuck all this other stupid shit, man, that's a testament to your character. Those other people, they're going to continue to do what they do, but when they can't stop you from doing what you do, and that hurts them more. It really does.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, man, I've had people that over the years that like well, I don't want to say fans, I guess they are, but people that will talk shit, like just random like bot troll people, and then they'll see me and then they'll want to take a picture and I won't even know it's the same person until like, you know, later they'll hit me up and be like, hey man, I'm sorry I said this or said this back then. I met you, you're a cool person. I'm like, well, no, you know what I mean? No, I don't know. That's happened multiple times over the last, you know, several years. But I think a lot of it's just people that maybe not necessarily want to be where you're at, but are mad because they're not further along where they're at, you know?
Yep.
But
jealousy woes, man. It does. It really, truly does.
But yeah, man, we got some new stuff in the works. Like I said, we just dropped a new song yesterday, my new single. And then O&E's dropping his new single, Bitch I'm Gone, June 27th. It's a banger record, dog. Really, really dope.
Studio when he recorded it. It is fire. It's
good. It's featuring a singer named Quentin Strait. Really dope, talented vocalist. And they just shot the video this weekend. It's really, really good. And I think I'm going to be dropping another single in the second week of July. I think we're going to drop one every 30 days. That's the plan anyway.
I think you should do more of that bar breakdown like you did for No Biggie.
That was dope.
Yeah. I was thinking because I've never done that, and then like, I just don't want things to get misconstrued, man. And I think if I just say it, this is what this means. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to hear something and think it means something else.
Well, and there's so much of that going on.
Yeah, and Mel did say that.
So much of that going on.
Yeah.
I promise before all things, this man does not have a vindictive or malicious bone in his body. He's not coming after nobody. He ain't talking about nobody. We don't have time for that. We are perfectly content in our life where it is.
Right.
And I'm gonna come out swinging.
I disagree. He said threats in his last track. He's totally dissing me.
I think so, Menace. But you know,
No,
you're kind of
that's why
on the dissing pole right now.
That's why Mises had to do that hour and a half breakdown of his song of Country Rap Kendrick, because two reactors wanted to go live for 3 hours and say that it was a diss track when it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I'll just leave that where that's at.
I got you.
But no, you're right. No, that was a lot of the same thing that we was dealing with Jam. Same thing, a lot of false narratives by a certain person, but that's fine. It's what it is, the internet. But
they were spinning so many false narratives on him that they said that Chad Arms is a plant.
Wait. Where can I buy these seeds at?
That's where
Let me know, please.
Spearheading. Like Chad Arms is a plant, and I was like, well, goddamn, I need some plant money.
Right?
The funniest thing is when I interviewed Jam on his channel, there were people in Jam's comments that said I was AI. And I'm like, I'm sitting there in front of him, and they're like, he's an AI. And the dude interviewing him's an AI. And I'm like, what? Y'all think this is computer-generated human beings that you're sitting there watching on right now? You think, why would somebody generate me to look the way I look? Like, I don't know, bro. I was like, man, I don't know what that means, but I'm not.
Legacy just said, if Chad was a plant, he'd grow into a palm tree.
Yeah, thanks. But no, man, it's all good though. It's all part of it, man. I'm just glad to be able to still be able to do what I'm doing and try to put more people on to artists that are dope that may or may not have known about them, you know.
I will say this. I think you are one of the most underrated YouTube content creators that ever existed, dude. And
I appreciate that, man.
When I see your drops, I see like 20 to 30 to 40, sometimes 50 people. Dude, no, that's not acceptable. We need to see like 100 to 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. Like what you do for these people, like, and that's not me fanboying. I'm being honest. Like what you do for artists, nobody's doing that. Well, there is one person I learned that as of last night that is kind of trying to do that. But what you're doing, man, publicly out here, it's hard to match. It really is.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I just want people to see, you know, because my thing is all about leaving something after you're gone, bro. And I look at it like when I'm not here anymore, because we're all here for just a small point in time, dog. So like when I'm gone, I want people to be able to look and see, well, this dude built something. He left something for people to watch or entertain, you know, to learn. So people can learn from it or laugh at it or make fun of it or whatever. But like, that's kind of what I want to see. And it's for people like some of these artists, they hadn't had an opportunity to tell their story, or they just didn't feel comfortable telling it by themselves or whatever. I'd much rather them tell it to me and everybody see it, you know, that because at the end of the day, that stuff could help inspire somebody, you know.
Facts. And just to be clear, I'm rocking my RunDown shirt, TripleT. I wouldn't be here without this guy, man. I really wouldn't. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh man, is trying to dick ride TripleT and all this." Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I knew this dude far before the RunDown. Okay, so miss me with that shit.
Yeah.
Well, since Legacy Adams is in the chat, shout out to him. We're going to play this one right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let's go, man. Let's go. Okay.
Have you ever seen a grown man cry? You can feel it in my heartbeat. You can see it in my eyes. You can hear it in my voice every time I speak. Something just ain't right. Something ain't right. Crushing my soul. It keeps messing with my mind. Feels like I'm losing control of my life. Oh Lord, something just ain't right. Yeah, not for the taking. I just had to grind and go pound the pavement. But I was way too busy wasting most of my time in the matrix. I was filled up as I filled cups. It looked like I had a facelift. But in reality, it was reality. And I just couldn't face it. Late at night pacing, losing my patience. Sinning like I'm saying favorite. Praying to God on the daily. Hoping to come down and save me, Lord. When he died, yeah, I wept like a baby. Thank the Lord for my lady. She came and motivated me with no hesitation. Thought my time was up, but I was mistaken. Headed to my destination. I am so close, I can taste it. Putting smiles on my family's faces, my medication. While I'm still here and still have a shot, best believe I'ma take it. R.I.P. the big lazy. You can feel it in my heartbeat. You can see it in my eyes. You can hear it in my voice every time I speak. Something just ain't right. Oh, it's been crushing my soul. It keeps messing with my mind. Feels like I'm losing control of my life.
controlling this fight for my sanity. Trapped in the darkness, all light has abandoned me. Voices in head, confused commanding me. Reach out with prayer, but no one has answered me. Deal with a lie, conceal it in plot. I'm hurting eternally. Destined to burn for eternity. I keep the turns, ain't no turning me. How is it destiny? Witnessing wickedness, demons and shadows prevail. My battles are hell. Deep in the water, no paddle to sail. I will be dead, I'm fragile and frail. Thankful for strength I've acquired at time. Learn to keep my tongue quiet while I was out here enlightening my mind. Roads that I travel, broken and gravel. My hope is unravel. Skeletons inside of all of my closets. It's ghosts in my castle. Ain't no odds in my favor. Only option is obviously plotting on paper. Watching cops, I ain't talking on cable. Without no pops, ain't no pots on the table. Cases is thin, still got family that's case in the pen. I've been praying for they rage within, hoping they don't fall prey to a razor of skin. Know how I'm living, ain't made for progression. I'm always stressing, lost in the whiskey, can't call for direction. Seldom win when I fight with depression.
You can see it in my eyes. You can hear it in my voice every time I speak. Something just ain't right. Oh, it's been crushing my soul. It keeps messing with my mind. Feels like I'm losing control of my life. Oh Lord, something just ain't right. Lord, something just ain't right.
Man, talk your shit, my boy. Talk your shit, my boy.
Yeah. R.I.P. the Big Lazy, man.
Now everybody needs to go cop this one on iTunes and Amazon. This is Chad's newest one. He dropped yesterday called No Biggie.
This is a rapper's rapper.
Look, I wrote this for Chad for 40 rubies and a brand new bathrobe. I swear to God.
Oh, ass up. Let's get it.
Okay.
Chetty, Bobby, bitch. Shitty Bobby, I'm go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I've been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old penny. A white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. I keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit. They no biggie. Shitty Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I've been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old penny. A white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. Keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit. They no biggie. Y'all ain't nothing but some studio bitches. Easy to fry like some food in the kitchen. Most of my homies was living in the gangster's paradise way before Coolio did it. I mean it, bitch, I'm the meanest. Give me your beat and don't leave it in pieces. Hey, mean it, bitch, I'm the cleanest. They all be waiting for me like it's pizza day. Send me the bread and I'm on it. Come on. I am not scared of opponents. Never. Come take an L if you wanna. It's gonna feel like an elephant, don't you? Yeah. Killing an instrumental when it's beneficial to the pockets, baby. Ain't no need in getting sentimental. Y'all got to go. It's overpopulated. I'm back, just like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. I'm back like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. Little bitch, Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I've been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old penny. A white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. I keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit. They no biggie. Yeah, show and prove, and it's been that way since 05, you bitch. I was out here making banging records while most of y'all was on your mama's tip. Some of y'all ain't got a pot to piss away. I'm not convinced that you a threat to me. We are on two different levels with a flight of stairs. You couldn't step to me. Every beat that gets sent to me, may the Lord bless it, let it rest in peace. I've been at it 5-star chef, and baby, they can't get the recipe. Testing me and I stay ready. This work light, but the pay's heavy. All of y'all in the ghost presence, he's overweight and he's gray-headed. I'm back, just like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. I'm back like I left something. Don't compare me to the rest of them. I am better than the best of them. Think I'm throwing shots, come catch something. Look, Betty Bobby, I'ma go get it. Big bag like the old Missy. Bitch, I've been out here sinking buckets, making magic like the old penny. A white chocolate from the old Grizzlies. I keep a stash like Joe Diffie. It ain't nothing but a little money, and the sky's the limit. They no biggie.
Bro, that shit where you said if you want shots, we'll go. What did you say? You want shots? We'll go catch something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Dude, it's so simple, but it's so fire.
He started recording it. He did the first verse, and then he was like, "Who can I get on this song? Who can I get on this song?" He stewed on it for like 5 hours. I went to work, and I come back, and he was like, "Fuck it, I just did the second one myself."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay."
You
I
could
was
have
like,
totally
"Okay."
called me.
Oh.
I would have ran that verse for you, dog. Like 100% ran that verse for you, dog.
Well, you can't go just by no biggie. You got to have this follow up.
Yeah, boy, let go. Oh, this.
Oh, I think that's
this,
my favorite.
this made me lose my voice at the Redneck Rave. Fuck you, Chad.
Triple T getting on stage and we do this at the in August.
Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. We don't tolerate that hate and all that shit gon' end the day. If you fuck with me and mine, then please believe we on the way. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped.
Fuck what you saying. Bitch, I'm the man. Fuck you and your nigga, you play with a boss, my hoe got them hands. You play with them bands, body dropping on the man. Rest in peace, T's everywhere, they gon' think it's a brand. Once we on your ass, ain't no easing up. Breaking everything from your knees and up. Came in this bitch with a whole lot of hitters. I promise these niggas gon' leave with us. Strapped like a stud. Guess who done walked in the club with Glock 23s and up? Slide on my nigga, I'm sliding on you. On my mama, your mama gon' agree with us. Look, bitch.
Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. We don't tolerate that hate and all that shit gon' end the day. If you fuck with me and mine, then please believe we on the way. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. Grew up on 3-6 Mafia, I was bumping them before they were popular. Chetty, when need little white, somebody cut the brake lines, ain't no stopping us. Talking real big now, ain't you? I don't do shit but go get that paper. I'm a stand-up guy, go and sit down, hater, before we start flipping shit like Big Van Vader. All of us standing no business, make like some ham in the kitchen. You can get slammed in a minute. I promise my family with it. Team full of goonies, they calling me chum. Like some be stupid, I got me some chums. Yeah, you be talking inside of the club, but when you walk inside my team, popping the drum. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. We don't tolerate that hate and all that shit gon' end the day. If you fuck with me and mine, then please believe we on the way. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped.
Y'all must be trying to bring out my dark side. Talking about little white from the north side. Got a 40 cow sitting in my lap right now, just riding around. Y'all want that white? Ha! No thank you, I got way better things that I can do. I got whiskey that's about to brew, weed that's about to boom. Let's be honest, at this point, I know a goat is in the room. Ain't nobody touching me, we know what I'm capable to do. See, I'm mafia for life, and what I speak is golden rules. The Prince of Memphis, DJ Paul will say that I'm untouchable. It's like
Triple T cracking me up, boy. She be getting crunk.
If you want, you gon' get your ass stomped. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped. We don't tolerate that hate and all that shit gon' end the day. If you fuck with me and mine, then please believe we on the way. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Motherfucker, we ain't playing. Keep on talking if you want. You gon' get your ass stomped.
Bro, I swear to God, Adam Calhoun heard that song. He was like, Triple T, I'm on my way, motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that motherfucker make you dig your grandmama up and slap her.
Woo! I swear to God. That song right there,
Moms, man.
that song right there made Triple T drop his address to Adam Calhoun. He's like, motherfucker, I ain't playing, motherfucker. He was hard typing, motherfucker.
So, bro,
That thing right there, that is on my playlist for sure.
Man,
Yeah, that shit crunk, bro.
I'll tell you the story behind that song, T. So, for one, me and one don't really make like hype club music like that. Like now that we're older, we did back in the day. But when White came to get on the I Got Some Shit to Say podcast the second time, me and one were working on Troy and Emmett, right? The collab album, second one. we were like, man, we need to get something for the album. He was like, man, I'll do it, but I want some crunk Memphis shit. I want some like club Memphis shit. Me and Mom was like, all right, shit, we got you. We were like, we ain't got nothing like that, right? So we're in the studio at Dubs. I'm playing through beats, and I hear a dope like hype that beat, and I'm like, bro, let's pay homage to White, because that We Ain't Playing record is one of his top 3 most popular songs, solo songs, right? Other than Oxycontin and Smoking Song. Yeah, so I was like, the first half we'll say We Ain't Playing, like paying homage to White, and then we'll just make it our own hook, kind of blend them. You know what I mean? And I sent him a video of it at the studio, just Dub going through the mix on it. And then he sent me a video back. He was like, yep, that's the one. That's what I'm talking about. And then he sent his verse back like 2 days. But it was just dope the way we created that, because we were kind of like, I love this music, but we don't really make this kind of music no more, you know? But it was dope, you know, for him to jump on there like that for us.
Oh, every now and then it's good to have a good crunk song.
Dude, no, for sure, man. Especially with one of the dudes that's made some of the best, you know, man, he's from that. That's what he can do anything, but like that's what his pocket is that right there, you know.
This type of music hits different, bro. It just hits different. That's right the only way you can describe it.
Real hip hop heads will jam this shit right here.
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
It is funny. I played this on my stream and someone was like, oh, that's a little White hook. I said, motherfucker, first of all.
Shout out to Playboy the Beast.
Right.
What up, Playboy?
I mean, it's paying homage because White loved it. Like, so I was like,
yeah,
you good with this? Like, hell yeah.
I'll be right back.
Like, I did the same thing with the Project Pat song me and Pat did, because he's one of my favorite rappers ever. That was Pat in itself. But the Represented song with Pat, that's off his first album, If You're In It, Represent It. And I just used that, paying homage to Pat, and then we made it our own. I made it my own hook after that. But I just thought it was cool to, if I'm going to do a song with this dude, I want to pay homage to him. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that.
Honestly, I hope White never hears this. Look, I think you did the hook better than he did. I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
and that's no shots to White. That's no shots to White. I have a song with White, and that's my dog.
Well, you got to think too. Like, I had help for one, because one was on there with me. Two,
true.
White's song is 21 years old too. You see what I'm saying?
Also true.
And We Ain't Playing. I want to say We Ain't Playing. I think that Paul may have been doing that hook too. So like that, it's been a minute since I listened to it, but salute to White though, man. That's
nonetheless. I agree. I think that's probably within top 3 or 4 of his best songs he's ever done. I think one of the songs that people sleep on with Lil White is the Good Old Boys. What was it called? It wasn't called the Good Old Boys. It was called
Coming Your Direction. Yeah.
Yeah, Coming Your Direction. Yep. That dude, and a lot of people like, oh, country rap. This look, where was his recognition when he made that track?
Right.
Because honestly, like that kind of was way before a lot of people's time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was 03. So Coming Your Direction was 03. That was Doubt Me Now. Or 2004 is when he dropped it, but or 3, one of the two, sorry. But then before that, Bubba Sparks did Ugly. You're talking
Ugly, yeah, Ugly. Yep.
You know, that was 01. And I mean, people didn't know what to think of when Bubba did that. You know, that shit was so fire to me. Because it was like, man, this dude. Yeah.
It kills me how much people sleep on the Nappy Roots, though.
Nappy Roots. Bro, I was listening. So they came out. They're just from upstream from where we live at. They're from Bowling Green.
Yeah.
So,
all my life I've been told.
Watermelon Chicken and Grits. The first Nappy Roots album, Watermelon Chicken and Grits, to me, top 25 favorite rap albums. Dude, just song for song. That album was classic, bro.
It's a really good album. It's a really fucking good album.
All in all is one of the. I mean, for being, it's maybe too, because it's like I'm 45 minutes from Bowling Green, so it's like they're right up the street, and this is at a time where you wasn't blowing up unless you had a record deal, bro. Because there was 2001. There's no social media. The internet's new. You're still using Napster to download songs, right?
Shout out Bear Share.
Yeah, shout out because LimeWire, whoever else was funding, helping us.
How many computers just bit the dust?
Oh
and
my
all that
God.
stuff?
I destroyed so many hard drives off of Napster alone, bro. But yeah, dude, that was 01 too. That was Southern hip hop. But you could say it was country rap. You know what I'm saying? Like then it was Southern hip hop.
Ludacris too, I think, got slept on for bringing some light to country rap. I mean, I feel like Ludacris really kind of gave a vibe, you know, to the mainstream platform where he was like, you know, it's Saturday. Chicka, chicka, chicka.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ludacris, because Ludacris stuff was, you got to think during that time frame when all that stuff was coming out. That's the early stages. Well, T.I. coming out, you know, with and that sound, that Atlanta trap sound.
Yeah.
And Jeezy was like 05-ish, 04, 05-ish. But Ludacris doing the Southern hip hop, bro, he definitely has some country rap tunes, vibes in his stuff too. For sure.
I agree.
How did you ever hook up with O&E?
So O&E is on a song with Jelly Roll called Welcome to the Trap House, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's done 40, 50 million views total, but I think YouTube it's at 30-something million. They shot that video in 2010, I think, 2011. We were already doing the Show and Proof thing for about 3 or 4 years. And I met one through Jelly because we were doing shows at a place called the Rutledge here in Nashville every weekend, right? Jelly wasn't coming to a lot of them, but he was coming to some of them. This was 2010. And I heard that song, and one had also did a song with Struggle Jennings before that. And I heard him rap. I was like, who is this dude? And they're like, dude, this is O&E. He's Jelly and Struggle's homies. I was like, shit. So then we just started linking up. But we've been knowing each other since then. And he was with Show and Proof then. And then he took a break because he's sole custody of his daughter. So he raised her and was just working and came back, wanted to come back doing music in like 2022. And we got him on the podcast. And then
he's a rapper.
Oh, bro. Yeah, he's been, even the stuff back then, like all the stuff from 2010, 2012 when he was rapping, it was ahead of its time then. Like the stuff he was saying and the way he was able to, people that sounded like him, like that real growly, deep voice, they didn't have bars usually. It was one of, you know what I'm saying? That was more East Coast stuff back then.
Right.
Yeah.
But other than like Minister Ludacris is the one that like showed people from the South could have punchlines and shit.
Yeah.
But I've been on one for 15 years almost now.
I tell you what, man, at the Indiana show, I didn't realize how big O&E was. Well, I didn't realize how like big of an individual he was.
He's a big gentleman, dude. He can play.
Yeah, he big, bro. we were like, I won't say backstage because the whole green room cleared out when Outlaw Nation came up. We were standing beside each other, and I'm looking at this dude like, damn, I'm 6'6", and you a big motherfucker, bro.
Yeah. No, dude, for sure.
I definitely wouldn't want to get hit by him.
Hell no. And you know what? If you fight him, you better hit him with a haymaker, like instantly.
And I don't think, yeah.
Nah, I'm coming with nunchucks and baseball bats. I'm telling you right now.
It worked back in the day, bro, and it was he made quick work of a lot of people. Not started, but
you remember that commercial, the office linebacker? That's O&E right there. That's how big that dude is.
Yeah.
If I ever had to fight him, I'm telling you right now, I'm taking baseball bats, nunchucks, brass knuckles, and a pistol.
He bulky, man. Like he bulky as fuck, bro.
Yeah, dude. Oh yes. Playboy B said Luda was one of the most slept on lyrically, flow wise. Facts.
Oh, facts.
Dude, Chicken and Beer, bro. When I heard him rapping on Chicken and Beer, that was the second album. Or Word of Mouth, my bad. Word of Mouth was the second one. That's the one. When I heard him rapping on that, I was like, bro, this dude is different. Because the first album was fire. But when he was rapping on the second album, when he was really starting, that had Saturdays on it. It had Roll Out.
Yeah.
Move Bitch, had all them on there, right? That's when I was like, dude, because I was all about like punchlines and bars. I was all East Coast, really.
You know what?
Set, G Unit, them guys. But
what tied me into Luda was on his first album, Growing Pains, bro. That track, I don't know what it was about that track, but
that's dope one, yeah.
it brought me back to my whole childhood, man. Like,
Yeah. No, for sure. But dude, and he brings up a good point because Ludacris really was slept on. And I think a lot of it was his, like, he wasn't like a street dude and he wasn't trying to be. He was just a dope.
No. Dude,
But I think that's why he didn't get the respect, like from a lyricist standpoint, because I feel like people thought he was cartoony. Does that make sense? A lot of it was his videos and stuff like that, which I didn't agree with any of that. I thought he was one of the best lyricists out, like back then, especially, bro. I mean, like,
you know what's crazy is during the time that Luda dropped his album, we had Luda, Eminem, and Nelly, right? Who were, like, in my opinion, the top three as far as sales and like actually making an impact on the game. Yeah. But when Luda said, "What in the world is in that bag? What you got in that bag? A couple of cans of whoop ass. You did a good ass job of this. Spy me." I was like, "Whoa, wait,
yeah.
What?"
Yeah, he was dancing. He used to dance on them beats, bro. Like, and a lot too about Ludacris that made his punchlines hit so hard was the way he delivered them.
Yeah.
Like, the haymakers at the end of each line or every 2 bar, if he's punching every 2. The way he would do that is another thing that, like, he sold that shit, though. And Luda was super slept on, bro. Now that y'all bring it up.
I think he actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he actually had a new project that dropped not too long ago. I could be wrong. I know I've seen some shit where he did drop a single, but I'm almost positive he did drop a new album.
Yeah. That Luda was dope, bro.
Yeah, Ice Cube. Don't get me started on Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube's dope, man. He's another one that, I mean, similar to Ludacris, similar to Ice Cube in the sense of very successful rap career turned acting career, was arguably as successful or more successful. I mean, obviously Ludacris is all heavy on the Fast and Furious franchise, but like,
okay, who's a better actor, Ice Cube or Ice-T?
Ice Cube? Man, fuck that show, SVU. Fuck that show.
I'll say Ice Cube just because I haven't seen Ice-T and because I never really watched the shows.
You never watched New Jack City?
No, yeah, of course, New Jack City, yeah. But I'm saying from a movie standpoint, Ice Cube, I just have more of a catalog to look through to watch. You know what I mean? Ice-T's a dope actor though.
But he's funny as hell too.
I mean, but he did a show with a producer who was literally like a kiddie violator.
Who?
The producer of SVU was proven to be in the court of law like a kiddie diddler.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Where do you think he came up with all them crazy episodes from?
I don't ever watch them shows. I know my family watches them, and I mean, it's essentially the same episode with different people. It's just I mean, they got a formula and they've stuck to it for 30 seasons. And if it works, if it's broke, don't fix it.
I mean,
it ain't broke, don't
I
fix
get
it.
that.
Have you ever heard of Playboy the Beast?
You talking about? Yeah. Yeah.
He's a dope rapper.
No, he is dope. He seems to have the same thoughts that, like, as far as what we were talking about on the rapping stuff, like on the Ludacris stuff. He said same with Ice Cube too. Because dude, honestly,
his flow switch is crazy.
Yo, Playboy can rap. He can rap.
That, and I think that's what's a lot of too, like, especially now in the mainstream, there's not really, if you're not Tech and everything that Tech's got going on, obviously, I mean, for 25 years. I've been listening to Tech now since 2001. But, like, other than that group, and then there's a handful of others, there's not a lot of super fire, like, wordplay delivery guys that are huge. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
a lot of it's just, I don't want to say mumble rap because that's still a thing, clearly, but it's not as in the forefront as it was 2 years ago. I feel 3 years ago. I feel like you're starting to see lyricists come back in the spotlight a little bit more.
It is.
You know, I wish we could get more of that, but
I think one thing that's really kind of diluted the game a little bit is everybody is able to make a music video. And I feel like if your music video is like really good,
yeah.
it really doesn't matter what you say on a track. People are like, oh, this is dope. And I think
All right,
that
speaking of, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying that I feel like it kind of dilutes the game up for like the actual rappers, like who can rap.
So speaking of lyricists, what is the craziest wordplay you ever heard, Chad?
Oh man.
Or if you've done yourself?
It'd be easier. It'd honestly be easier for me to say somebody else. I honestly think what Ritz can do is Twista. I think Twista's the GOAT of cadence and twisting and chopping. Yeah, I think Ritz is as close to Twista as you can get. Like Ritz is so dope, bro, with the way that he can bend in and out of like flow patterns and cadences and the thing about it is when you're rapping like that, it's very easy to not be saying anything and get away with it because you're chopping. And that's the first thing I'm going to look for when I hear somebody chop rapping. Because that's what got me into rap was Bone Thugs and Harmony, bro. So like, I love chop rapping, but like a lot of times people will just think rapping fast means you're rapping good.
Can you imagine Ritz and Playboy the Beast on the track together? That'd be crazy, insane.
Yeah, dude. I mean, from like a chop standpoint, I'd say Ritz and Tech, but then like just wordplay in general, I think Benny. I don't know if you listen to Benny the Butcher. I'm late to the party with Benny the Butcher. I didn't start listening to him about a year ago. Squint's been telling me about him for 2 years. And then
what about that Mexican OT?
Oh yeah. I'm like me, it's Texas rap and then Memphis rap are my two favorite rap, like styles of rap to listen to. So like Mexican OT, I'm a huge fan of him, man.
I am too.
I'm such a Texas fan. Like Zero, Pimp C's my favorite rapper of all time. So UGK, Paul, Kiki, all those guys from Texas, bro. But then you get into Dallas and you get into like Big X the Plug and you get into Mexican OT. Propane's really dope. Like Propane's from Texas, but he's a lyricist. Like they got a lot of talent out there. I know that's close to you because you're in Louisiana, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Texas rap, bro.
Man,
Texas rap is insane.
Why Chad got Mike Jones on speed dial? Swear to God.
I know the number, bro. 281-330-8004.
Well, that's how Broadneck started out, was Texas rap.
Absolutely. Yeah. He tells an amazing story on one of the interviews where he went to rap for DJ Screw, bro, in like 97. I mean, like at the shop. They went to the shop to buy Screw tapes, and Screw was in their work in the shop, his own shop.
Mm-hmm.
And Broadneck, he tells the story about his homie, like, you need to rap, man. You need to rap for him, And he got to rap for DJ Screw, and they chopped it up, and it's a really cool story. But like, yeah, dude, that style of rap, that whole wave is just, I love Texas rap, bro. In general, not just Houston.
Yeah, Broadnex is a god here in Louisiana. If you talk ill will on Broadnex, you better be able to withstand a slap, because somebody's gonna slap you. Even a grandmother will slap you.
Yeah, and his influences being where he's from, and my influences musically are very similar, just because we're similar ages, but like we like the same. Even though I wasn't that close to Texas, that's when I found out about Texas rap. When I heard Still Tipping and I heard like a lot of those old Texas Screw tapes, I didn't know what to do because I'm used to listening to Bone Thugs and Twista and Crucial Conflict and Do or Die and
man, fire.
Yeah, bro.
Then you wanna ride?
Yeah, I
caddy smoking up with Do or Die.
Yeah, dude. I'm listening to like Tech and Tech 9 and all that. Then I hear Screw tapes and it's like slowed down and chopped up and complete opposite of the chopping that I've been listening to for 5 years with
Mhm.
going and memorizing Bone Thugs lyrics when you had to go on the internet because you had to wait for your AOL disc to come in the mail. Then you can get on the internet and look up hip hop lyrics, bro.
Well, let me ask you this, because
The webpage up.
I've been advocating for this probably for the last 3 years. So back in the '80s, one of the most phenomenal songs ever put out by Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones was "We Are the World."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Imagine if you got all the big hitters in the
Mhm.
independent country rap lane,
Mhm.
do everybody on one track,
Mhm.
and you can have all the proceeds go to, like, say, veterans or something, homeless vets.
Mhm.
Can you imagine what it would do to the internet if you had all these independent country rappers on one track and
Oh,
just
yeah.
that would be insane.
It would be amazing, bro. And I would love to try to put something like that together, man. You know, like because I think that I could honestly. That'd be something because back in the day I used to do mega remixes to songs, and I had 2 different times I did songs where it was 24 artists on each song, and it was like 8 bars a piece. They were like 10, 12 minutes a piece, but like, Joe, that was so much work putting that together, but it was so cool when it came like. It was like DJ K-Slay does. If you look up DJ K-Slay, RIP to him, legend. He's got these songs called 50 Deep, right? And it's a music video of 50 rappers rapping. And these are not, these are all, I mean, Ministry probably sings them. Then it went to 100 Deep.
Yeah, he's got one right now with 200.
Yeah. So it's like, that stuff's crazy to put that together. But that would be fire, man. It really would be. Because I love everybody, but I want everybody to get along and push forward.
And I think it would be easy to sell if you say, okay, all the proceeds go to, like, cancer for kids or homeless vets.
Yeah. Like a dope
I think a lot of people would jump on it.
Yeah.
I agree,
bro.
I agree. I do think like there is always going to be this side of this platform, and I'm speaking just for this platform in general, where like people love to see the discomfort between people. Like they get off on that shit.
Right.
And what I will say is when people can rise above that and just do what the fuck they do and not pay attention to it, man.
Yeah.
Can y'all imagine the damage y'all could really do?
I know, bro. Because you got to look at it, man. Like, man, I just want everybody to work everything out, bro. Because I love all of them. I'm tied with all of them, and they're all my friends, and they're all helped each other out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with everybody still. You know, and I know that saying I just want everybody to get along. I know that sounds cliche, but like it's just the truth. Like I just want everybody to win and everybody to provide for their families and take care of their families and enjoy doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you can have differences in opinions and differences and things. If you could just if everybody could put some of those aside for the greater good of the music,
of the whole,
the music because obviously it's all that's what's more important than any one individual person because this is what's going to be around when everybody's moved on to the next chapter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the plate's big enough that everybody can eat off of.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's that. And I don't think that it's. I don't know because I don't get involved in everybody else's stuff because it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? I don't pry. I don't ask about it. And hopefully everybody's cool. Everybody, patches everything up. Everybody's cool. But in the meantime, I just hope that the music that everybody's putting out is still really dope music from whoever you choose to listen to. And as long as that keeps going and the fans have dope stuff to listen to that can inspire them, that's the most important thing to me because it's bigger than me, my music, the way I feel it. And the content, whatever you want to call it. But
yeah.
Well, I do think that you are the key because you are connected to a lot of people, and if anybody could make it happen, I think you could be the one to do it.
Yeah,
That's my personal opinion.
right. I'd love to, bro. If it's something that they would want to do, I'd love to do that, man. If there's anything I could do to help, because again, all these people are people that I've worked with and worked with me, have looked out for me. I've helped, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want everybody to rock, man, to rock together if possible. If not, that's cool too, you know?
Well, I will say I wrote Chad's verse for We Ain't Playing. He paid me 2 8-balls and a stripper.
8 balls, damn.
Man, we went from 40 rubies to 2 8-balls now.
Hey, look, the price is going up, my boy. All right.
He said price is going up, Bo.
2 8-balls and a stripper, man. Damn.
No, I do love your energy, Chad. I think Triple T hits it right on the head when he, you are the key, man. You're good with everybody. You have good business with everybody, and I think, look, artists, okay, and this is specifically for you up and coming artists. If you ever expect to have a name out here, keep your business clean. Don't get in beefs that you don't need to be in, and just do you.
Thanks. Yeah. Because, man, like, as long as I just believe in being a good person, bro, in general. And that's not just with all this stuff. That's when we're out, wherever it is. And it's not rocket science. Some days it's harder, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like, ultimately, when anybody that interacts with me, I want it to be a positive interaction. Because why not? Like, why would you not want it to be? Unless there's an issue that you're dealing with. I'm talking about if you got an issue with somebody, it's different. But just random interactions that people that come across you, whatever, on the internet, in person, why not make it a positive interaction? Unless, you know what I'm saying? If you have a choice, why not go for the better option? Is the way I've always looked at things. But ain't everybody like me, you know?
Have you ever did a diss track on anybody?
What you say?
Have you ever wrote a diss track on anybody?
No, man. No.
Has anybody ever written one on you?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I've never written a diss track, though. Ever. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm not saying that I wouldn't ever do it if I ever got pushed to that point. Hopefully it never has to come to that, but it's just, I like listening to them, but me personally, I don't really like writing them.
My theory on diss tracks is don't write them unless they're warranted.
Right. Well, and right. And it's not, and this is coming from somebody that is a diehard battle rap fan. But never in my life have I wanted to battle rap myself. I love watching it. I'm entertained by it. It's just not the way I write stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, mine's just, like, obviously, like my new single, it's just some, like, I'm on my shit rap shit. That's as aggressive as I get, right?
Like, if you go and look through all of Chad's catalog, he will talk about addiction and things that he has struggled with. Never does he ever talk about selling drugs or being in the streets. He's not a street rapper. There's been times where certain individuals will be like, why don't you talk about blah, blah, rather than the imaginary dope you're selling just because they're an A-class hater. You know? So Chad doesn't have, like, the mentality for it. He doesn't have the heart for that. Like, that just...
Yeah, I just rap about what I just rap about. I'm not salute to anybody that writes diss tracks. Like, it's just not what I do.
Chad just said, fuck Menace. Fuck Menace. I'm kidding.
Fuck Menace.
Yeah,
it's all right. Everybody else says it, Chad. You can say it too, bud.
People will clip that shit.
Oh, God.
It's all right.
Oh, yeah. Song Anxiety got me through so much. Yeah, I appreciate that, Kurt.
Anxiety and Let Me Drown, both of those were written at the same time.
Within a month, yeah.
Within a month.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, everything that he writes and records and puts out it has meaning in behind it. But those two are the deepest tracks that he has in a long time.
In my career, really. Like, and they're my two most streamed song, like solo songs. They're my most streamed ones. They're the most viewed videos, and that's probably why. Because it's like, but the thing about here's how I look at those kind of songs, right? I can't say I love making those songs.
Son of a bitch.
I can't say I love making those songs because it makes you have to go to a place to pull those lyrics out of there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you gotta wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, and it like writing those songs, that stuff takes a lot out of me, writing songs like that. So when I write them, they usually turn out really well, but like it's hard for me to go back to that a lot. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's like I try to keep it. I do some here and there, but like some people can tap into that mind state a lot more. It's just hard for me for some reason.
On Let Me Drown, when he and I got together, it wasn't until a few years back, and when I tell you I've endured trauma from birth, I mean just that. And Chad had no idea that anybody could, because I was getting up and I was going and getting it. I became a widow at 39. I've been raising my kids virtually on my own for the last 6 years, and they're off in college. I lost 3 grandparents in a matter of 8 months, and my parents are pieces of shit. That's just the best way you can put it. And when Chad met me and he started just enduring like my whole story and stuff, he was like, how did you make it out? Like, how did you survive? Like, how, and then he came up with that song, and it was just word for word, just as descriptive as it could be without putting names on it.
That was a dope track too.
Chad, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
So the funny thing about this question is this is the first question I ever asked you, and Mel was like, "Motherfucker."
That's not, you asshole.
You did, Mel. You did.
No, I was like, if you want to interview him, like, go interview him. Fucking ask him for an interview.
So
he was in the live one night, and he went to ask like interview questions. I was like, God damn, if you want to interview him, just fucking ask him for an interview.
The crazy thing is it was right before the Rundown season 1 started. And I went back to TripleT. I'm like, well, I think Mel and Chad hate me now. No, but honestly, I think this is a really good question. What is your biggest flaw as an artist? Not as an interviewer, not as a YouTuber, but as an artist. And what are you actively doing to correct it?
Okay. First, let me address the chat. The cat is fine. The cat is
14 years old. We went out of town for 3 days, and they are readjusting to us being home, and we're not sitting in our spots in the living room. Yeah. She's usually right up here on my head, and the other one's asleep on his belly. And so Jesse's in his lap right now, and the cat is pissed off that we're in here in our room.
Yeah, so just to straighten that out, because I don't want people to think, there's nothing wrong with the cat.
Kill the cat.
No,
shit.
Okay.
Look, you better hide the
kicking
cat.
it.
You better hide the cats around me, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that cat, Kurt, that meow gets aggressive because what it is, though, she eats nothing but dry food, right?
Yeah.
Well, while we were gone to my buddy's wedding in South Carolina,
Granddaddy Warbucks.
He fed her wet food.
Yeah.
So she got that good. And then we come home and give her this stepped on shit. And she's like, what the fuck? I can't get jiggy with this shit. Where's the good shit? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. We're giving her the stepped on, and she's like, no, but I didn't haircut uncut Columbia shit, But no, I'm not trying to dodge the question. Dude, my flaw, bro, is I got a few. They're good, but they're bad at the same time.
I bet I can guess it.
I'm way too trusting of people.
Yeah.
And I'm naive, bro. You can say it's being naive too. When somebody tells me something, I believe what they're telling me, right? Because I believe everything that I say is what I really am going to do or stand behind, whatever. So I just expect everybody to think like I do. So, and bro, I've tried actively correcting that my whole life, and I ain't figured it out yet. I don't know if it's broke in there or if it's just something that ain't supposed to. You know what I mean? Like I'm better now, but something
like that. I don't think is really a flaw. I mean, that's just you being a good person, and no fault to you. But sometimes good people get used, and
yeah.
But like more musically though, like mixing or like the way you record or like lyrically.
Before me, and even all the way up until Live Forever, anytime that Chad like got in his head that he was fixing to record, or the reason why he has so much music out is he would start writing, he would record, and he'd put it out that day. Like there was no waiting, there was no anticipation build up, there was no music videos.
Guilty.
And then the whole album's done, and next week we're working on another one. So we've tried to hone in on Chad. He's doing so much better with that. Like,
I like that.
Right? You've been able to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to my manager, Mel. You know what I'm saying?
I'm too. I act on impulse a lot. Speaking about my music, so I think I don't think things out enough because I used to not ever have to. Does that make sense? Like back then, things were so different. You just did. I mean, there was no internet, so it's like the process to everything was completely different. But like, I think that would be my biggest flaw is that I'm not patient enough. Like I don't marinate on things enough, maybe on whether it's thoughts or ideas or songs or that or certain opportunities because I'm so nice. Going back to that side of it, right?
Why does he have a thumbs down on his head?
I do.
Because they got an iPhone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just put a whole thumbs down on your head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last night Adam Calhoun had balloons going off.
But going back to being naive.
Yeah. I mean, I just think I need to be more patient on things as an artist.
Like that.
And not if something doesn't, we're all guilty of it. If something doesn't take off fast enough as an artist in your head, because you're crazy. If you're anybody that's like dope artists, there's something off with us, right? Like something.
I say that all the time.
Thing, but there's something rewired, right? That make us think like that. So it's like I'll overthink things, and I won't make the right decisions because I'm too anxious about it. I want to put it out there. I want to do this. And then if it don't do as well as I think, I'm like, well, I shouldn't have done that, Well,
Mel, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
So is he this way? So I'm going to use New Breed for an example. So if you ever talk to New Breed, and let's say you can talk about the news, weather, whatever, and all you're going to get out of him is, yeah, no, yeah. But as soon as you start talking music, you can't get a word in wise because he will not stop. That's all he thinks about is music. Morning, noon, and night. Is Chad the same way?
Yeah, there is. I think that is probably a little bit of a hang up because even when we know that we need downtime, we always venture back into discussing an album drop or, you know, music videos or like what should you record next, like it never shuts off, it never stops.
Yeah.
And just like I told him this weekend, because this weekend was like our downtime, and I told him, I said, you know, I get it. Like you have to, you know, we have to still be present, even though we're trying to take some time for ourselves. But you know, it's constant, you know, and being a content creator, you know, we have to be on the outlooks, in the comments, and, you know, making sure that everything's on the up and up all across the board. So it's like, not only are you just putting out music, you're like in double time mode because you have to be worried about what's going on this interview over here and what happened on this live and what's, you know, and we've got, you know, 7 artists. So it's constant trying to figure out who's doing what, who's dropping when, who's doing this. So, that's the biggest thing. And I get it. I mean, there are times when I stomp my feet and throw my fit. But
why am I not surprised?
I mean,
well, that goes back to what Chad was saying, how artists are wired different. And I tell people that all the time. You know, artists, their brain never stops. They're constantly thinking about music. That's why, you know, they come up with these crazy theories or stuff like that. It's because their brain is wired different than a normal person.
No, for sure.
True. But you guys being a team, and me and my wife were working on being a team as far as the music and stuff goes, you have to set that downtime. You have to understand that nothing is bigger than what y'all got going on together.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, Triple T, look, he does it too. Like, you know, he gets his grandbaby every other weekend, and you don't see Triple T up here on Friday or Saturday that weekend. Sunday you might see him, but
if I am on Saturday night, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning when he's already in bed. Because I can't sleep at all. 4 hours and that's it. After 4 hours, I'm up.
Don't ever put anything above what y'all got going on. You feel me?
Facts. No, facts. And I think that that's totally what she said. I mean, it'll be like 11 o'clock. She's just trying to chill. I'm like, babe, check out this third mix on this song. And she's like, it sounded the way it sounded the other 4 times.
I mean, I have to be honest with you. There's a lot of times, like, if he records something, I'll catch, and I'm like, that's not it. But as far as, like, when the mixing and the mastering, I can tell that it sounds better than when it was recorded. But, you know, we get demo 1 sent, and then Chad says, no, tweak this, and then demo 2 gets sent, and he's like, no. Yeah. And then by the time we get to demo 11, he's like, does this sound good? And I'm like, fuck, it sounded just like the other 10. But
it's so different. It's got this is here. Listen to my ad lib. I say shield, but he only put it in the right speaker.
And I'm like,
she's like, I don't give a
oh,
shit. I'm watching TikTok videos.
I totally understand why she was up at 2 o'clock in the morning painting now. I totally get it.
Oh, dude, yeah, like that. Oh, yeah. That, but it's all about that.
I painted this.
Mel's like, don't go there. Don't go there.
That's rude.
That's why and bro, I mean, it's definitely a struggle trying to get the balance to be kept, because it's just always, you know, there's always something that I feel can be done, but like in all reality, it's like it can wait, dude. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just turning that switch off, and it's hard to, you know. But
it is, especially when you're like you're in that mode where like things are taking off, and it's hard. It really is hard to distinguish. Like, look, this is my downtime with my family, and this is business time. But sometimes that extra business moment you take benefits your family that much more.
No, for sure, 100%. Yeah. And sorry, going back. So right before we start talking about that, somebody, I think it was Kurt, asked me about the anxiety song. Did I have to tap into my anxiety for that song? Yes. So that song, bro, that's what I was talking about. Like, everything I said in that song was 100% what I went through previously, right? So that's why I was saying about tapping into that, because it's like I was in like a messed up headspace when I wrote that, for even me wanting to write that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I was down, or I was depressed or anxious about something. So it did tapping into that, and it didn't take no time to write it. And that's how I know that's where it came from, a true place. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can write something and you don't really have to think it.
Well, that's like when my mom died. 2 days later, I wrote a song called Underdogs. And the whole meaning of it is coming up from the bottom, from nothing. And that's where my mom was. She raised 4 boys by herself. So when she passed away, I literally wrote that song 2 days later. I showed it to Menace. He's like, is there a second verse to it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, don't do anything to it. Send it to me. And yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. When you get into those emotional spots, the writing just flows.
Yeah, man. So that's where I had to go with that. It's just where my head was at. It wasn't like I tried to go there, but like it was late at night, bro. I was just in my head about who knows, stuff that didn't matter, I'm sure, on the grand scheme stuff. But you know what I mean? It was stressing me out at the time. So
I don't like that you said stuff that doesn't matter, because I don't think you would have wrote about stuff that doesn't matter.
Well, I just meant what I was thinking about. Not stuff that the stuff I wrote about was what was really messing with me at the time. I'm talking about other stuff that may have had me irritated or whatever. It could have been at the time that was way bigger in my head at the time than what it ended up really being. Which that's just overthinking. That's being anxious in general, I guess too.
But
when you write songs like that, don't you find it therapeutic though?
No, for sure, 100%. And they're my best songs. Like they're my best. They always are the best ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes the best art that you create is like the songs you never thought you would have wrote.
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
What up, duct tape face?
What up?
Well, Mel and Chad, listen, I appreciate y'all coming up and hanging out with me tonight. This has been super dope. I appreciate everything that y'all do for the community. I appreciate everything you do for the independent lane. Like I said, you all are the key to make anything happen. I think y'all can be the ones that do it, because y'all are level-headed. You're well-grounded, and a lot of people respect you. So everybody go check out No Biggie. Go cop that for $1.29. I promise you won't regret it. I listen to it all day today. You go to Amazon, you get the MP3 version, download it to your phone, sneak your phone in work, pop the earbuds in, and just sit over there head bopping.
I'm broke.
Crazy.
I'm broke right now, Triple T. Can you send me $5 so I can go buy it?
Sure.
And we really enjoy what you got going on here for the independent circuit. I mean, it's giving them an opportunity that they probably normally wouldn't have. So we are here for it. Now that we're fully engulfed in what's going on and how it's going on, we're here for it.
I appreciate it.
And good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we're gonna be here in the chat, maybe on Judge's panel eventually.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime you want, just let me know.
What in the Southern hymn just happened? What'd you just say, Mel? You said what? The creek don't rise. Wait, what?
I said, good Lord
that's
willing, the creek don't rise.
Don't rise. That's a Southern saying. You wouldn't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a Yankee, motherfuckers.
Well, hey, sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good Lord willing, we don't die.
Well, it's been flooding a lot around here, these parts. Just received our $15,000 check for our roof, and we had 3 cars get totaled out.
Yeah, shout out to Mother Nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Sucks.
You know, all them times you make them insurance payments and you mad as hell because you're like, God damn, I gotta pay insurance again. Well, they just paid me back.
About
Yeah.
time.
But you know what? The most important thing is that nobody got hurt and you guys were all safe.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man.
Yeah.
We'll keep tuning in. And again, we appreciate y'all for the support.
And chat,
all that stuff.
those of you that are in here, if you're in here for the wrong reasons, you know, just don't. It's not. If you're not here for music and what's going on, then leave all the rest of that shit at the door.
One quick question. You said being up on stage when you play we ain't playing. What show is that?
That's at South Fork Music and Mud Fest in
Used to
Taylorville.
be previously known as Tailgates and Tall Boys in Taylorville, Illinois.
When is it going to be?
August 2nd.
August 2nd?
August 1st, 2nd,
Yeah.
3rd. We're performing on the 2nd.
That's the one. That's the one we was talking about last night behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna have the podcast there all weekend. We're gonna be shooting Chatterham's TV content. I'm performing that day, and then Leroy's performing on the 3rd.
Jam's
with
performing.
Church and Broadnex. Yeah, Jam's performing on the 2nd.
Adam's performing.
Yeah, Bubba Sparks. It's gonna
Dusty
be awesome.
Lee.
Dusty and Demon.
I mean, can I get a free ticket or two? I'll be there. You know?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome, man. The podcast we did it 2 years ago, and it was a lot of fun. And
no, honestly, I will always buy the tickets, man, to support the cause. Like, look, Tim could get me into any Outlaw Nation event. I always buy the tickets, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, we always have with jelly stuff too.
Yeah.
We always have. I mean, so I know how that is, you know, and once we get in there and then we, you know, shoot a text and be like, hey, I'm over here, such and such, and then, you know, you go see whoever or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna be up there. We're going up on the 31st. Where our hotel, we're staying like 30 minutes away. We booked them like, I don't know, 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like 40 minutes away. That was the closest one.
They were all
They had like Motel 6 for $1,400 a night.
Go fuck out of here! Fuck out of here!
I'll sleep in my truck.
Illinois, because the announcement got made of who all was performing.
Yeah.
So like shit started booking up. So
Look,
yeah.
No
we
cap.
got 4 rooms for 4 nights for $2,600.
I'll blow Motel 6 up for $1,400. The fuck out of here. The fuck you talking about?
So
Heck no.
and when we went to Tailgates and Tall Boys before, like I am a nurturer, you know, and like if y'all ever watched any lives, I always have like snacks and shit like that. We were at Tailgates and Tall Boys. I had crock pots back at the hotel room going, and when we went back, we had roast beef, carrots, potatoes, gravy, macaroni and cheese. Like, we ate good.
Oh yeah, you got to eat good. That's one thing you have to do is eat good.
And it's just food truck.
That's
food
what
in
I
that
told. Yeah,
room.
that's what I
It's
told
like
them.
Fried corn dogs, fried donuts.
And when you leave the park at like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, nothing's open. So I told the team, I said, you know, I need to figure out who's going and who's staying and all that other bunch of shit because I'm cooking food.
Taylorville, Illinois, Dragon. Set your dates. August 1st, August 2nd, August 3rd. You better be there, you son of a bitch.
Are you going, Menace?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Like I said, if I get some free tickets, I'll definitely be there, but I'll be there either way.
All right. Well, look, guys, I appreciate y'all coming up for real. I have the utmost respect for everyone up on this panel. And I thank you once again for everything you've been doing for the rundown and for the independent lane. I can't thank you enough, for real.
We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
All right, everybody. I hope y'all had a good night tonight. Don't forget Thursday night rundown. We got Mike Sons going against Blind Sight. Tony Tuba going against Jabs. 2 people are going into the winner's circle. Then we'll spin the wheel to see who's playing Monday. Thursday night, we'll have Hard Target and Adam Calhoun as guest judge. And then next week will be Adam Calhoun and Paw Fresh. So y'all know the deal. Stay strong, stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one. You have a blessed one. Have a good night, folks.